Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I'm smiling because I saw the comment of RB Comes who said just on time today. Yeah, today I am on time. I know that a lot of time, I put a minute on and I am always 2-3 minutes on. This time I am on time. I have to say that I was a bit scared. I promise you I was a bit scared to be a bit late. Why? Because my wife, we started watching Back on Track. I already watched it, but it was in Italian, so I had to wait for the subtitles so that she could watch. Also, last time we stopped in the middle. I don't remember why. And at a certain moment, I'm coming back from the kitchen and she's watching the rest because she said, I can't wait for you. I wanted to watch the rest. While watching, of course, we arrived at the moment where Federico Chiesa is in the psychologist, that fantastic scene, if you watch it or not, where he's entering that stadium alone. Beautiful scene. Yeah, you couldn't interrupt it. So I was really scared. I said, Mamma mia, I will be late. But no, I am not late. We will watch the third part of the documentary later today, again together. Ciao Juventini of the world, what are we doing today? Of course, as every press conference, we will listen to the words of Max Allegri because it's a European competition. You know that we have not only Max, but there is also a player next to him. Today, we see it here. We have Philip Kostić that is there. I was thinking this morning, why not Federico Chiesa? But of course, I totally forgot. Kostić, he played in Germany until last season. He won the competition with Eintracht Frankfurt. It's a player that is doing quite well also at Juventus. One of the best signings. You can like or dislike. This is just facts in terms of numbers. So it makes totally sense that we have him. Guys, he's also not the most extrovert player. Quite cold, so I'm not expecting a lot of poems from his side. Let me put the line on. But yeah, I'm super happy that we have Philip Kostić and Max Allegri. Press conference will start in 15 minutes. I wanted to start a bit earlier to see how you are doing. Have you heard about this, Beppe? I made a video, Anton. Of course, I made a video about that this morning. You can find the link to the video that is pinned. Otherwise, you go on my channel after the live translation and you can watch it. I'm sure an Italian journalist will try to ask the question if they saw or not, but they will dribble it, and I don't think there will be any news regarding the minus 15 points in the press conference because we are preparing Juventus Freiburg, the game of tomorrow. But Anton, if I don't know about that, we have a problem. If I didn't hear about that, we have a big problem on the channel. No, I read, I listened to expert. I also asked to some people to explain even better. So yeah, after the after the translation, when we do a recap, if you want to, I can even explain a bit what happened with the paper that they are expecting and so on. Ciao Anthony Trimboli, ciao Sasha, and I want to say, because I'm happy, I'm just waiting for someone else a bit later. Hopefully she comes if she's watching a replay. Today is International Women's Day. And I want to say thank you to our Juventine, because when we are speaking about women, one woman that is supporting Juventus is una Juventina with an A. When it's multiple women, then we are saying Juventine with an E. Juventine. So to all the Juventine that are also watching the channel, also subscribe to the channel, have a really nice day because it's International Women's Day. For the guys there, oh ragazzi, do like Rob RB Comes, put a maximum of whatever you want to. Wishes to our beautiful and nice Juventine on the channel, especially the one that are on the channel here are always speaking really well about football, which makes me even more happy. So congratulations. I wanted to say congratulations guys, because guys is always the word I use, but when I say guys, it's everyone. So girls, ladies, whatever you want to. Let's see if Max or Kostić, they will say Happy International Day. Anyway, Juventus already did on their social network, of course. Ciao to Thomas, is not a girl, is a man, but also him. Welcome on the channel, Thomas. Ciao to Apex. Hope everyone is having a great day. RB Comes is there. Great documentary. Anthony Trimboli, buongiorno. I watched it last night with my wife. It was fantastic. It is. You know what? I don't want to speak too much about the documentary, and especially don't spoil it. The great thing about it, it's done at home by Juventus, of course, then in sponsorship, in partnership with Amazon Prime, but everything done with In home, Juventus did the script, the filming, the editing. So, hey guys, I don't know how many teams are able to do it. Yeah, sometimes you have special teams from Amazon Prime that are going, like the All or Nothing or Netflix that went there a few years ago. But this time it has been done all by ourselves, and this is something. Wow. The media house of Juve, Creator Lab, is doing fantastically well. Ciao to Ryzen Cross, ciao to Siamak, Locatelli, David Azande, that is already going with a prediction 3-1 for Juve versus Freiburg. Ciao Youssef Mirmo. I missed you, Beppe. I'm still here. I never left. Yeah, 3 days when I was out of home, but then I believe that I code up. Ciao Charles Leclerc. I was watching, I believe, a live of the commentary of Roma, the beginning, and I remember that you were there. Hopefully you are not bringing us any bad luck for the game of tomorrow. Giorgio Dusi is just sending me a message because I used also his expertise of the Bundesliga for today's morning video. I could not have done it without his expertise. I sent him a message that I said, thank you for your expertise. I used it in my video, and he just answered now saying me that he was happy that I did. So ciao to Helicopter, ciao to Sasha, Stavros is there as well, and all the people are wishing. So guys, what are the questions that we can expect? I believe that we can go towards, of course, a question to Filip Kostić about is he happy that he moved from Bundesliga to Serie A? How is he feeling now? What about the competition, Europa League, because he already won it? And how is the team doing? What do you think also about Freiburg, because until last season it was the opponent that he was playing against when he was at Eintracht Frankfurt. I believe that these are the questions for Filip Kostić, and maybe what about the minus 15 points mentally? How is the team, and also of course how is the team reacting after the loss of Serie A versus Roma, because we are here, we lost, don't forget about that. Unfortunately, I will not forget. Let me put myself a bit closer to the camera. To Max Allegri, the questions will be of course about the Trident, Vlahovic, Di Maria, Chiesa, but also the possibilities of seeing Paul Pogba. This morning he was training individually together with Mathias Solé and with Mattia De Sciglio. I don't know if it's out of precaution like he did last time. He also trained in the gym alone, or if he's a bit tired. I have no idea. We will listen to Max. He will reveal us if it's out of precaution or not. Yeah, Abai, buongiorno, Abai. Probably they will also ask about the formation, but Max will dribble it. He will again say that 4 in the back, 3 in the back, for him it's really not important. Because it's the way that you interpret the game. I can give you also a lot of insights about the team of Freiburg, how they are playing. It's a solid team that is pressing, not super high on the field, but when they press until the midfield, they are doing it as a block. So I have some inside information about Freiburg. Also, I translated yesterday night the audio interview of Ritsu Doan, the player that probably will start tomorrow. He was linked to Juve in 2019 for the people that have a good memory. So we can speak about a lot of things today. By the way, we still have 9 minutes, so ask me questions and I will try to answer before the start. So what do we talk about? And then the other question to Max, formation, Paul Pogba, will he start? How many minutes does he have in the leg? What about Moiskin? Will he be called up because of the red card? Is he in punishment? Because he will already miss the Serie A. Sampdoria and Inter, how is Milik doing? So point on the injuries. Alexandro, big question about him, because a lot of will depend also about Alexandro. Is Bonucci ready to play? So if we are going towards the question of Abai about the formation, I believe it will be more with the men that we will understand how Juventus will play tomorrow. More with the men that we can start imaging the formation more than something else. Of course, Felix 8 is asking about Griffo, or he's telling us about Griffo. Griffo, that is a Juventino, a real die-hard Juventino. Griffo is doing quite well at Freiburg. doing super well. I don't have the stats by heart about him, but if we are going to easily to transfer market, he's a real threat, especially on set pieces. Vincenzo or Enzo Griffo, how you want to call him. 6 appearances in Europa League, already 2 goals, 1 assist. If we are going towards the Bundesliga, 22 apps, 12 goals, 4 assists. If we are going to the DFB Pokal, 3 apps, 0 goals, 1 assist. He's happy. All the family of Griffo will be in the stadium, so they really believe in it. I tell you already up front, Freiburg, they really are prepared. Well prepared. For them, it's the game of their life. They really want to go for it. And in a way, it makes totally sense. Because it's a team that, with the continuity of the same coach, with a lot of the same players, year on year, they are growing and they are trying to achieve Europe in a way. Now they are in Europa League. Their big dream, of course, is to arrive in Champions League. I believe they drew the last game or something like that, so they are a bit out of the top 4, but they have big chances to reach it, which would be beautiful for Freiburg. So it's a team that is believing in their strength, their possibilities, and playing versus Juventus in the Allianz Stadium is always something great. They know that Juventus wants to arrive in Champions League regardless of the minus 15 points, if they will be back or not. They want to win the competition of Europa League, which will absolutely not be easy. So they know that Juventus will be prepared to do a big game. After the 3-0, Juventus is back in that competition, believing that something beautiful can happen. Will it happen? I don't know. But at least they believe. Waiting for the player, Kostić, Filippo, and for Max Allegri to come. I will read a few of your questions. Are you confident about tomorrow? I don't know. Helicopter. I don't know. It's another competition. We know what happened in Nantes. That means that we played quite okay. Not fantastic. Not poor. It was one of our good games versus Nantes. But then we gave them one attempt and they drew versus us. Something that we will have to avoid. So will it be a more defensive one? Because if we want to criticize Max in Europe, probably there is one thing that we can criticize about Max in Europe, is that he's never watching the games. It can be a benefit, It can be potentially a benefit, but he's watching the games in 180 minutes. And when you are playing your first game at home, I believe that you have to do, or at least I would try, I'm not a coach, guys, but I would try to destroy them in the first 90 minutes when you are at home. Okay? Because then you play in their home and you never know what happened. Last time, it was not that receive a red card, can happen to you as well. An injury, a red card, suspensions, you never know. So I would go with 90 minutes, go full power, destroy them. Let's try to go 1, 2, 3, 4 goals. And then we see what happens in Freiburg. But Max Allegri, he has that tendency of going towards it's 180 minutes. If we can, we score, we manage. I would absolutely not manage, guys. I can understand that of course it's 180, not only 90. It's 100. I would say it's 180 when you don't have a great result mentally. If you start at home, go. Boom, boom, boom. So I don't know So I can't tell you if I'm confident or not. It's a difficult team, not unbeatable. But as I always say, regardless of the game of tomorrow, you know that I'm more harsh with the team when we win than when we lose, even if it's not logical. But regardless of the game tomorrow, if you are not able to win, double confrontation, I'm speaking, because it's a home and away. If you are not able to win versus Freiburg, ciao. Ciao. Guys, it's a reality. We are already out of Champions League. This is something I will never forget this season, always taking into account. But if you're not able, guys, if you're not able to win versus Freiburg, you don't deserve to win the Europa League. So I hope the guys, they understand that. I think if we leave the possession to them, we will win. Well, that's one of the problems, Tony. It's a team that they don't care about the ball possession, Freiburg. It's a team that is actually better in non-possession. Why? Because as a block, with unity, They are trying to take back that ball, and then they go and they kill you. So tomorrow, if we give them the ball and they say, no, here is the ball, well, tomorrow the ball will remain in the middle of the field, and it will be a really boring game tomorrow. So I believe that it will be a bit like the game of Roma, where Juventus will have to do the game. And these are a bit my fears. Juventus is probably stronger when also we don't have the ball possession, when we have to defend with some solidity and then find something in counterattack, or, you know, with some genius move when we have to do the game. So, but I'm scared about that. Huh? I'm scared about that. Ciao Alessandro. Yeah, indeed. Also because the rule totally changed now. Huh? No away goal rule. Freiburg lost 6-0 to Wolfsburg. We should be... but okay. I was speaking about that as well. No, I didn't speak about it. But guys, it was the first game of the season. And everyone in Freiburg is still asking, how on earth did that happen? So if you are going to Freiburg, look at their games, fixtures by competition. What will you see that can we see the result instead of the fixtures? I would love to see the results. Where do I have to go for the results? Fixtures by date. Let's go. I'm trying. Huh? I'm waiting for Max. They will arrive. Hey, but here you have all the upcomings. I want to see the ones that were already gone. No, here are. Maybe it's because it's small. No, sorry. It was not the first. No, I'm sorry. It was not the first game of the season. It was the first game of 2023. Okay. It was the first game of 2023. That's why. I was a bit confused. Beppe, off topic, where can I watch the live with Chiesa? So you have two possibilities, my friend. You can go or on Juventus Twitch official channel, then you click. You don't have to create an account. Huh? You click Juventus, or you're in the search bar, and then you go with videos and you will find it. It's the first 35 minutes of the live. But of course, a lot is in Italian. So if you speak Italian, fantastic, no problem. If not, you can go on my channel. I made a big recap with also some footage when he speaks English. This one, of course, I didn't translate. And when he's speaking in Italian, I translate for a big recap. So it depends of your understanding of the Italian language. I have more confidence in Alexandro these days compared to Bonucci, especially with playing 3 at the back. What's your thought? I can be interrupted because I'm waiting. They will arrive in a second or two. But it's a different position. No, Bonucci is much better in a 3-man defense than with 4. I am a bit worried on Bonucci with a 4-man defense. I never liked when you have the double regista Bonucci-Locatelli. That's something I never liked. I never liked that. But it's not that much Bonucci. It's more the double Bonucci-Locatelli that I don't like. Juventus Twitch, not GJustjuve Twitch, or GJustjuve YouTube, or Juventus Twitch. It's easy, guys. After 2 years, if you don't know the channel of Juventus on Twitch, guys, that means that you never watched me. Problems. We have a problem. Waiting for the people to arrive. They are a bit late. It's not only Beppe that is late. Oh, attenzione. Look at the beautiful wife I have. Look, I turn myself. Look, it's like a bar. Oppa! Espresso. Mamma mia. What a wife. She's fantastic. Also to her, happy International Women's Day to my beautiful wife. Hey, fantastic, no? I turn myself up, coffee. Ask something, and I'm sure it will be there. Ask something, I'm sure it will be there. Waiting for Max. You know what? We already put. Hey, don't forget maximum of likes, guys, huh? And you know what is strange? I was expecting maybe someone to ask me a question, internal question about how was it with Kies and so. Nobody cares. Good. But it was nice, huh? Federico Chiesa was really nice. Was really, really, really nice. Waiting. I'm waiting. We are waiting. I'm waiting for the first one. We always start as usual. Huh? Kostić first. For the people that are watching in replay, thank you. Don't forget also you, maximum of like, watching it in replay. And you can scroll. You can scroll until the beginning. We are waiting for Filippo and Massimiliano. Guys, poll. A quick poll. Start a poll. Will Max speak about his grandson? Yes or no? That's the game of today. You can vote or we go until the end, or we go until he says yes. For the poll, you can vote now. He always spoke about his grandson. We always won, except the last time. So the magic around Filippo, not Filippo Kostić, but Filippo, the grandson of Allegri, is a bit gone now because you spoke about him and we lost, unfortunately. He said no more. On the other way, he said no more 1-0 win, and we lost 1-0. So it was not a 1-0 win. In a way, he's still correct, huh? He's still correct. Chiesa seemed like a top guy. Yeah, he is. No, we know you probably couldn't sleep that night. I couldn't. Hey, now, Sasha. Hey, I was about to ask you, of course. Chiesa or Buffon or Del Piero? But for me, it's always Del Piero. Huh? But then it's difficult. Buffon is a legend of Juventus, and Chiesa is the upcoming guy. But to compare to Del Piero, you need a career. After the career of Chiesa, I will tell you. Pepe, could you get a feel? Yeah, of course, guys. About Cherubini's comment on Chiesa. Yeah, I could. Why is the press conference not starting, guys? I'm waiting, huh? Let me check. Is it postponed or what's happening? I'm waiting for the start. I'm live, so no, we wait. They are 5 minutes late. Should I refresh? No, I'm scared that if I refresh, let me check. I will check on my mobile app. Who knows? I need to refresh maybe the computer. Last time they fooled me. So wait. They're here. Hey, here they are. So we go with the press conference translation. The first one will be Filip Kostić. Welcome everyone. Press conference, Filip Kostić. As usual, one question per journalist. Questions for Filip Kostić from Juventus, the first one. Eduardo Sidi. You played a lot of time against Freiburg. What team are you expecting tomorrow? And how do you believe we have to play against them? He speaks in German. I played a lot of time against Freiburg in Bundesliga. It's a tough opponent. Really compact and solid team. Tomorrow we have to control every game situation. The long balls, he will say. They can adapt to every plan of game. Our main objective is to win. We want to arrive as far as possible in the competition. And we have to start quite good already tomorrow. Poof. Guys, it's a long time I didn't speak German. Eh? Giovanni Albanese, you won that competition last season. What is the difference that you need to do to win that competition? I know the competition from last year. I already won it. With Eintracht, it was our dream to win Europa League. With Juventus, it is different because we had other dreams, other objectives. But of course, now we are in and we want to win also that competition. So it's making the difference between Eintracht, that was their dream to win it, and Juventus. In Juventus, it's different. It's a different league. We have our way of playing. I'm always doing what my coach is asking me. It's my job, and I want to give always, every single week, give 100% of what they are asking to me. And I want to give my 100%. I believe the question is, how important is the competition for you and your teammates? Yeah. And he says, for me, every single competition is important. Every game is important. Serie A, Champions League, Europa League. No matter what, my objective is to always give 100%. So he's repeating a bit what he said. But the question was really bad. Fabiane della Valle, Gazzetta dello Sport. What was the most difficult thing to adapt in the Serie A? And do you think that you still have margin to grow? Interesting question. I didn't have difficult moments in Serie A. I felt immediately good at Juventus. My friends, teammates, the company, the club, all of them helped me. I didn't find some difficulties in going from one league to another. Good. How important was Allegri for you, and in what did he help you? Kostić. When the minister is saying something, I always have to do what he's asking. That's also my behavior, my attitude. Probably I'm playing a bit better in a defensive phase than in the past, but of course I still can improve. So what Allegri asking me actually to play, to be a bit more aware of these capacities of playing a bit more defensively. Kostić left back. Write it on Twitter. Kostić left back. I didn't listen to the question now. Okay, let's listen to Kostić. I know Dusan really well, since long. I'm with him every day. We talk a lot. These difficult moments, every single player in football go through them. But I'm happy when I see that Dusan Vlahovic is always hungry. He just needs a goal to unlock himself. to rebuild his confidence, and I hope he will score tomorrow. So, guys, it's important because he says that Dusan is mentally in a difficult situation. Corriere dello Sport. How are you? The minus 15 probably. Yeah. How are you going through the moment of the minus 15? And what about the Europa League that can give you the access to the Champions League? I knew it would come. I knew it. We want to play Champions League every time, also next season. What is happening out of the field is not our job. Our principal objective is to play on the field. I was not expecting German, guys. Why is he speaking in German? Speak Italian. Dai, Filippo. Juventus has a lot of qualities. As I already said, we have good players above average. We want to win. We are a compact, united, solid group. A team that is also really alert. We always did all together. There is a lot of cohesion between us, the teammates. A question in German. It's beautiful to see you back. A lot of time you played against Freiburg. You are someone used to Bundesliga. You are playing a really great season, I agree. It's incredible what Freiburg is doing. Kostić, I'm happy to play against Freiburg again. I already played a lot of time against them. It's a good team with a big coach, Christian Streich, since 2011. They deserve everything what is happening to them. It is difficult to play against Freiburg, but we have our qualities, and I hope that we can continue on that way. Last question. Grazie. Dankeschön. How much do you want to leave your pattern in that competition? And is Freiburg the one that you already scored 2 times in the last 2 games that you played against them? Can that be the team that you can leave your mark on that game? Can that be the team that you leave your mark on? Filippo. For me, every game that I play is always important. Maybe tomorrow I can score another time, and then he's laughing with a shy, beautiful smile. Shy, a bit smiley. Okay. Danke sehr, Philipp Kostić. Natürlich spreche ich auch Deutsch. Sehr schlecht, aber ich verstehe sehr gut. Now we go to Allegri. Max. Tomorrow we want to take the initiatives. We know that Freiburg is a really strong physical team. They are 5th in Bundesliga. In Europa League, nobody was able to beat them. And we have to go back to win in our home. Because in Champions League, in the last Champions League games, but also in Europa League, we only won 1 time in Europe this season. In our home. Hey, important. After the game of Roma, of course, people were disappointed. Teammates, the players. I already explained it immediately after the game. In these situations, in these moments, in Serie A, when you draw or lose a game, looks like everything is collapsing. But we are back mentally. Tomorrow we have to go on the field playing as a team with a lot of respect for Freiburg. It is important tomorrow to win. Attenzione. And also playing without conceding a goal. Guys, he gave me false hope. He gave me false hope. Giovanni Albanese. In the way that Freiburg is defending, can you play with a trident? Max, I didn't decide yet. There are some players that are not 100% at top form. Tomorrow morning I will have to check who is 100%. But also we don't have to forget that on Sunday, after 2 days, we are playing, and also Moise Kean will be suspended. So I will have to manage at best the conditions and the playing minute of every single player. What about Pogba? Pogba did a good training yesterday. This morning he was a bit separated. Attenzione. Tomorrow morning we will understand if Pogba will be called up or not. Attenzione. About Vlahovic, were you expecting more goals for him? Did he grow technically? Because you said one day that he had to grow technically. Because he's scoring less than when he was at Fiorentina. Max, I'm happy about Dusan Vlahovic. Especially in the first half against Roma, he did technically a really good game, where I was super satisfied. But attenzione, playing at Juventus, being the striker at Juventus, you have a total different responsibility than in other teams. For Dusan, yes, he already grew. He is still growing, as a lot of players. But as there are a lot of players, there are some moments where things are going good, and sometimes it's doing a bit less. But of course, strikers are evaluated on the goals that he is scoring. Sometimes he scored where he played technically quite bad, and sometimes he played technically better and he didn't score. Maybe tomorrow, maybe it can happen that tomorrow he score 1 or 2 goals. And then everything will be seen as in a total different way. External. From me, inside, we have to work with every single player every single day to become better. We win games as a team. Of course, Angel Di Maria is an extraordinary player when he has the ball. It's totally different than other players. We know that. I don't believe we need to underline it. He's doing well physically. Tomorrow he will start. Attenzione! Then, during the game, we will see if he will be able to play the 90 minutes or not. Di Maria starts tomorrow. Can we go back to the 4-man defense? Abai was asking it. Here is the question. Leonardo is doing better. He played 45 minutes, 50 minutes against Roma. 55 because the second half was 55 minutes. I was happy with the performance he did. Tomorrow morning depends also on Alexandro if he will be completely recuperated. And if he will be able to play. And from that moment on, I will be able to decide. Question in German. Hallo, mister. Christian Streich, the coach of the Freiburg, is quite popular in Germany. Do you know him? And what is your opinion about him? Max, it's already a lot of years that he is in Freiburg. If I'm not wrong, since 1995. Because it's true that he started already to train the youth academy. He did a big team, a good work. It's a good team, and he's a really solid coach. Chiesa with Di Maria, without a striker, is that a possibility? Max, last year we played with Chiesa as a striker. Federico is really good, fantastically technically. I consider him as an attacker, not strike, attacker. He can play in different positions, but he is an offensive player. He can play even as a striker like it happened last year. He has all the characteristics to play in the 3 different roles up front. Left, right, up front, falso 9, everywhere. Can Moiskin be the joker or the starter? Especially because he will not be there in Serie A. And did he recuperate mentally also after what happened versus Roma? Max, Moiskin is the first one that knows what happened and that is sorry about it, because he asked me to excuse him immediately when I entered the locker rooms. He's an important player for Juve. He did some important goals this season. We have 3 months from now until the end of the season, where tomorrow we play Europa League, Serie A on Sunday, then we have still Coppa Italia. We will need every single player. But of course, you do mistakes. Everyone is doing mistakes. He did a mistake. He paid for it. And of course, from that mistake, he will grow. Corriere dello Sport. You are saying that Pogba is a doubt, if I understand what you said. Today, he played separately. Tomorrow, we will evaluate. I really believe that he will be at disposal, but tomorrow we will check. So, he comforted me a bit. Another German question. Grifo. In Freiburg, there is a player, that is Vincenzo Grifo, that is playing there. He played a really good season. Convincing season with a lot of goals. And really dangerous on set pieces. Max, Grifo is a good player. He's showing it. One that is doing assists, goals. In a team like Freiburg, that is really great in set pieces, direct and indirect. So we have to really pay attention. But I have a lot of respect for Vincenzo Grifo. He's a really, really good player. Radio Bianconera. You didn't express yourself on De Sciglio and Alexandro. Can their appearance be also important to change the way we play? Max. 99% Alexandro will be at disposal, except if tomorrow there will be surprises. De Sciglio is not at disposal. We hope to have him on Sunday. De Sciglio out. Ciao, Julian. We know how important Champions League is. We don't have to underestimate Europa League. Question from the journalist. Strange questions. Anyway, Max. I agree. Tomorrow we have to play the game with a lot of respect. Otherwise, we will have to do as with not and going in Germany and win the game, because we were not able to do it in our home. So tomorrow we have already to put the fundamentals to have an advantage, a benefit. We don't have anymore the away goals, so that means if you want an advantage, you need to win. And it will not be easy. because it will be a balanced game. They are a physical team, a team that is scoring. We have to be really paying attention, giving them the respect that we need to give them. And we have to have it, because otherwise we will hurt ourselves. 2 weeks before the international break, home and away versus Freiburg, Sampdoria and Inter. Last word for the International Day of the Women. There was a woman here. It's also the birthday of a journalist. Anyway, wait. He said if I knew it. So tomorrow he will bring a cake for the journalist. I don't know who. Oh, not a cake. If tomorrow we win, he will bring a shirt. He promises. Oh, why? I want to be journalist. Max said, if tomorrow we win, I give you a shirt. To the journalist, because it's the birthday. And he said, but now stop with the birthdays, huh? Fantastic. I don't know what they are doing. They are waiting for, a women or I don't know what, because it's the International Day of the Women. He already said the best wishes, but I don't know. I don't know what they did because I didn't see the images, but it was quite funny ending. Was really nice, really. Or maybe they have I don't know what happened. They did something with the women that were present. Fantastico. Oh yeah, I like. I tell you the truth. I don't care what you think about Allegri. I prefer the press conferences of Allegri than the ones of Maurizio Sarri that were always starting like 25 minutes late. Why? I think I know, but I will not tell it. I will not say it. He didn't speak. By the way, 50% voted yes, he will speak about his grandson. 50% said no, he didn't speak about his grandson. The one that said no, he will not won. He didn't mention his grandson because I believe he was saying it every time because we were winning. He's a bit superstitious, huh? Max Allegri. Now that we lost, he said, you know what? Hey, it's over. The love story about the grandson and the victories, more than 1-0, stopped. So he said no. Phoenix is asking about Yildiz. No, Yildiz will not be there tomorrow because tomorrow Moiskin is there. Moiskin received 2 games of suspensions, but these suspensions goes to Serie A and not to Europa League. Guys, if you put Moiskin at home for Europa League, you are really crazy. I'm not saying that he needs to start, but that you're doing really problems. And let me also, now that she's here, let me also say International Women's Day best wishes to BT, to Barbara. So I said to, I believe, Sasha, Marian, Cecilia, that is not there. Now also BT. We have some representative of the women community, and thank you. So best wishes. Anyway, I liked, that I prefer the European press conferences, press conferences when we are playing in European competition than the one in Serie A. Because it's longer, you have 2 protagonists, you have the player, the coach, even if the players are not really answering a lot. Today, Kostić surprised me about the words of Dusan, but he also surprised me that he was speaking in German. I understand German, especially when it's spoken by a foreign player, because of course Kostić is not German. He speaks really well German because he lived there, he played there, so he understands really the language and he can really speak it. But spoken by a foreign player, I can understand. Guys, I speak English, I speak Dutch. With the mix of both, you understand German. I can speak a bit, but he surprised me. I was not prepared, and then I was like, "Oh my god, what is happening here?" Kostić speaking German, but I believe there were some German people in the chat, and they said, "Beppe, you did a really great job." So I'm sure 99% was correct what I was translating. It was not difficult. We will come back on the words of Max Allegri. But on the one, just football would be nice if I have my shirt on in the J Museum. But guys, you need a bit more. Maybe when I will do 300 lives at Juve, could be nice, huh? Could be. I will tell it to the director of the J Museum, and then they will kick my ass for these stupid questions that I'm asking. But Kostić, he spoke about different things, about the fact that he said some interesting. Let's start recapping. First thing he said was about his adaptation from Bundesliga to Serie A. He said, "I don't care." Guys, now of course I'm using my words with the facial expression and so on. He said, "I had no difficulties in adapting to Juventus, to Serie A. I arrived, I played, I don't care." I like that. No, because every time it's another language, the food is different. Who cares about the food? Yeah, of course. Sometimes you need to go a bit more to the toilet because you're not used to the culture. But hey, come on, guys. Anyway, so he said, "I don't care. I'm here. I play. The coach is asking me what to do. I do." And that was one answer. Then the second question about Dusan, important. Yes. We have the confirmation also by his best buddy, because he said, "I know Dusan since years," because they are Serbian both, not only since this year. He speaks with him every single day. He confirmed in a way, yes, he is in a difficult mental situation, without using these words, of course. But he said he's a bit in a mental difficult situation because he needs to unlock himself with a goal, and I hope that tomorrow he's scoring. So he's not even thinking about himself to score, but about Dusan scoring. But what he's happy with is that he's always he's happy that every single day he's watching and seeing that Dusan Vlahovic is still hungry, and that's super important. Then about the last two games that he played versus Freiburg, he scored. What is it a good game to leave your pattern in that competition, to score tomorrow also with Juventus? And he said he was a bit shy. He was a bit shy because he had to speak about him, and he said, "Yeah, of course, it would be nice if I score." Also important, he spoke about the difference between what the competition means for both teams. I really appreciated that part, where he says that for him, when he was at Eintracht Frankfurt, it was a real dream. More than an objective, it was a dream. More than an objective. Now, at Juventus, it is an objective, but that was not the dream of the initial part of the season. The dream of Juventus, when you start the season, is not to win Europa League. It becomes an objective when, unfortunately, you are in Europa League. Not a dream. So winning, that's why when people are asking me, "Beppe, how will you celebrate if we win Europa League?" Well, I will be happy, I will dance, I will do whatever you want, but in the back of my mind, that was not what I wanted to lift in the beginning of the season, because that means that we flopped somewhere. You see the difference? Important. And then the last one, and then we go to Max Allegri. About Kostić was about his... what did he learn from Max? And he said, from Max, what I'm learning at the moment is also being better in my defensive phase. And that's where we laughed a bit, saying Kostić left back. But I believe that it could be in the future, not now. We tried, it's not working, but in the future could be potentially Kostić left back. Then, that was for Kostić. Ich spreche Deutsch, hab eine deutsche Mutter. So Juventino 86 speaks German. He has a German mother. Aber ich hoffe, wir gewinnen morgen. So he hopes that tomorrow we will win. I speak German. But if you... Mamma mia, what a disaster. I was using my best translation possible to translate sentence by sentence, and then I see that you actually did it. And no, Juventino, like this, it's too easy. No. Disaster. I would love to see you dance Beppe with Keane and Quadrado. That would be fantastic. BT, Philippe is such a low-key, serious player and a really nice guy. You saw his smile, and you know, when the eyes are sparkling, when they spoke about him, about, you know, mental, projecting him towards scoring a third goal in a third game versus Freiburg, eyes were sparkling. A bit the same as me yesterday with Freddy Church. No, 2 days ago. Hey, mamma mia. It's already a long time. But, that was about him. What about our friend Max Allegri? What about Max? So let me put again this one. I like that picture because both of them were speaking today. What about Max? He said a lot of things. Beppe, do you speak German, or were you inventing fake translation like tomorrow game is very important? You know that one day, I promised you, AJ, I promised you, if one day there will be no feed of the press conference because technical problem or whatever, and I'm not able to watch it live, I will fake I will fake a press conference with questions and answers. Most of the time I know them, so it's quite easy. Europa League or Champions League is a bit more difficult because then you have a player, and that can sometimes change a bit. But a Serie A game, guys, I can. You know what? The next times, one day, I will, instead of going live for a press conference, I will pre-record. I will pre-record the translation and I will put it in a premiere. You know, like premiere, faking I'm live, and then people say, "Wow, fantastic!" I know the timing, I know the order of questions, I know the answers. So yeah, I'm sure. But no, I speak German, AJ. It's a long time ago. I understand, and I can translate. If it's spoken by a foreign player, if it's from a local, it's so long time ago that then it's always the velocity and then it starts to be difficult. Anyway, oh my man, I was crying. So what is important about Max Allegri? Yeah, Vincenzo, the FIFA career mode press conference. What about Max Allegri? The important thing he said, of course, is about Paul Pogba. And then he reassured me and us, I believe, because he said, well, yesterday he did a great training, then we are happy. And then he said today he trained separately. I need to see if tomorrow I will be able to call him up. So it's not I will monitor, evaluate if tomorrow he can start the game 50, 60 minutes. No, it's let's see if we can call him up. So a lot of people were believing, pushing. I didn't speak about it, I believe. But a lot of people were pushing on media. Hey, we'll start maybe tomorrow, 50, 60 minutes. Apparently, maybe it was right. Maybe it was even right. But apparently it was a bit too fast. I'm sorry to say, because you know how much I love Paul Pogba and how enthusiastic I was in the summer to have him back, and I'm still. But I will not push the narrative 3 days in advance. Tomorrow Pogba will start. I can do it one day, but it's so long. And with the injury of Pogba, but the same story with Federico Chiesa, we need to be patient. Because today they are doing fantastically well. Tomorrow, not. Because they come from a year of not playing, you know, it's like a bike. If you are leaving the bike 1 year in your garage, then when you're taking it back, you know, the chain will be rusty. You will need to put some oil. Then you have to go. Of course, you don't need like 6 months before the bicycle is doing well. Otherwise, you need to go and buy a new one. But for players, you need a bit more time. So, but of course, when he's saying, I need to understand if he will be able to, if I will be able to call him up or not, it's stressing. It's annoying. Then he reassured with another question at the end about Paul Pogba. To clarify a bit, he said, I believe that tomorrow I can call him up. But he said, I believe. So we don't know. We will have to wait until tomorrow to see Paul Pogba. When I will prepare my thumbnail, I will not put Pogba on the front page. So that's already a fact. Let's see about tomorrow. You spoke about the trident. For me, tomorrow there is no trident. Di Maria starts, so you have already your lineup. You have your lineup of at least the offensive one. You go with a 3-5-2. 3-5-1-1 with I have an idea, guys, but maybe I'm wrong. Huh? It depends also of Alexandro. Alexandro travels with the team. 99% he travels with the team. So Alexandro will be there. De Sciglio will not be there. De Sciglio is starting really to annoy me. That's a Roma. I want to delete that image as fast as possible. Go away. Thank you. So let me delete it because I don't want to see that image ever again. So tomorrow, what do we know? Pogba, we don't know. De Sciglio will not be there. Alexandro is a question mark. So there are two versions that we can have in mind. Kostić will play. Okay, so I have a double doubt for tomorrow. You will be really angry when I will show you. But my double doubt is this. And, of course, this. Or, so, what do I mean? Or it's Alexandro that, leave him away. Okay. Okay. No, I have no doubt. Okay. That's what I believe will happen tomorrow. The only doubt here, and tomorrow people will get super angry, but I would go today with a 55% Keane over Vlahovic to start the game. 50% he starts. 50% he starts. I believe that we will see some rotation versus Sampdoria. Maybe a Rabiot will rest versus Sampdoria. I already anticipate you because Rabiot is at risk of suspension and we can't miss him versus Inter. That can be the one. Not Keane. Safwan. Vlahovic is not in 100%, okay? Vlahovic is not at 100%. He will play versus Sampdoria. He will play versus Inter. We know that. If we need him, he will also play versus Freiburg return game. Milik is still injured. Maybe he will recuperate in time versus Inter. If not, it's after international break. If he recuperates, it's on the bench. So you have only Vlahovic. With the state of form that Vlahovic has at the moment, he can't play 4 games consecutively. It's annoying, I know, because we are all disappointed in Moise Kean. He said sorry, he made a mistake. Moise Kean showed in diverse games that he's better from the start than on the bench. I believe that tomorrow Moise Kean starts with Di Maria behind him. Vlahovic enters second half, taking away a midfielder, going with double striker, 3-4-1-2 with Di Maria behind Vlahovic and Kean. If not, Federico Chiesa can enter. So that's what I believe. I'm happy that Thomas is comforting me that I'm not the only one on earth that is thinking of I would love Vlahovic to start. But if you think logically, and today Max he said it, we have to think about that in 2 days we are playing versus Sampdoria. What I think. Yeah. Tomorrow, Moise Kean starts. Then they will tell me, Juventino, we definitely have to score goals. If Dusan is 100%, then Kean is better. I didn't say that it is not at 100%. I said that we have important games that also Kean put the team in problems, not only for the game of Roma, but without him, without Milik, you only have a Vlahovic that is mentally not at 100%. Kostić said, I hope tomorrow he scores. That would be fantastic, that tomorrow he entered the games and he can score that third goal to reassure Juventus, but it will not be an easy one. Juve Pulse, Henrik, attention on the midfield. Is no one resting? I believe... Look, Henrik, it's a good remark. It's a good observation. Locatelli already rested. Versus Torino, he was not there, so he played one game. So Rabiot is at risk of suspension in Serie A. Avoiding him to play versus Sampdoria would be fantastic. Fagioli, guys, if Fagioli needs to rest now that he's 22, what will he do when he will be 44? What will he do when he's 44? These players, Fagioli, he doesn't need to play, to rest. In my opinion, of course, if you have a bit of injury, a bit of a fatigue or something that is annoying you, it's another story, of course. Mentally, you can rest, because that's another thing. You can mentally rest, but physically, if you need to rest at 22, physically, guys, ciao Bogdan. So Miretti, I think that we can see Miretti in second half. He didn't enter, and that's good versus Roma. He's back. He's on the bench. Yeah, I think that Miretti. It depends also on how the game is going. But yeah, he could be one. So tomorrow, write it down. I believe that can be the lineup, the starting lineup. Domani mattina. Do a screenshot if you want to. Post it online so that you are in advance. The lineups more than 24 hours before the game. Beppe, can we use a 3-4-3? Anthony, if I would be annoying, but this is look. Offensive. Kostić takes the ball. Di Maria goes a bit more on the right. What do you have? Protection of Rabiot, and you have a 3-4-3. As easy as that. But with the same men, in the same game, you go with Freiburg, that is annoying, and you finish in a 5-3-1-1. That's the annoying part. This is the annoying part. It depends of how you decide and how the opponent is deciding you to let you play and how you decide to play, if you can or not. Because as easy as you want to, it can become a 3-4-3. Then if your question is, can we play with Chiesa and Locatelli and Di Maria together? And then we have another problem. Because who's resting? Who's out if you play 3-4-3 without this? That means you put Fagioli out, for example. Put Fagioli out. Why not? Okay, let's imagine. You play at the start with that. Okay. I have no idea today how Federico Chiesa is going. And if you listen to the words of Max Allegri, he's telling you tomorrow Di Maria starts. Certainty. We know that, except of disaster. We start with Di Maria. And let's see if he will be able to continue until the 90th minute. So that means that he's already telling you that Di Maria, that played 95 or 100 minutes versus Roma consecutively, we are not sure that Di Maria is able physically to do it. Chiesa, we know that he has no way 90 minutes. If he goes with 90 minutes the way that Chiesa is playing, and then you miss him versus Sampdoria. You risk to miss him for the return game. And that's the thing. If you start like that and you are able to win 4-0 at 45 minutes, Chiesa goes out, Di Maria goes out, and champagne. Everyone goes to bed and we are happy. but that will not happen. We know it. So that's why I don't believe it. Apparently, Sasha had a great point. Apparently, I didn't read it. Pepe, I noticed that in your FIFA prediction video, the result is never correct, but the amount of goals we score is correct. I hope we will never see. You know, Sasha, it's good because I did 2 videos, and I'm happy that you are... guys, I'm scared to play because tomorrow I will try to do it again. The first game I played, I don't play, it's a simulation. So the computer is playing bot versus bot. The first game I did, we won 4-2 versus Torino. Danilo scored, Bremer scored. Can you believe it? In the same game, Danilo and Bremer scored in FIFA. It's a real simulation. Well, Juve scoring 4 goals. Impossible. In reality, a few hours later, Juventus wins 4-2. No, I did 4-0. Sorry. I did 4-0. And in reality, we did 4-2. And then in reality, and Danilo and Bremer are scoring, both of them. So it was really, I said, luck, luck of the first time. Then I play versus Roma, 0-0, with a big save of Szczesny on Dybala, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. With Pogba that is entering really late in the game, and we didn't score. So yeah, it's... If tomorrow we go again with the exact amount of goals scored by Juve, I hope that then we win. Otherwise, we spoil it before the game. Freiburg will run a lot. Yes, physical team, and that's always one of the mottos, the quotes of the coach. We run more than the other ones. It's correct, Enrique. Surprise them with Rabiot Falsonor. But the problem is that you will not only surprise the opponents, but you will surprise probably Rabiot himself. And I don't know if it's a good thing to surprise Rabiot. 3-4-3 could be really interesting, but also really dangerous. Correct. Even if it's a team that is really compact and can be a boring game tomorrow. Di Maria will need to be subbed off. Yeah, I agree, Vincenzo. Beppe, I have an off-topic question. Got to watch Back on Track yesterday, finally. I'm wondering why there is no Enrico on it. Do you know something? But I didn't ask him the question because this is a private live, so I will not lie. When I watched it 1 month ago in Italian, when it was out, I believe I watched it, before it was released. Of course, I asked myself the same question. Strange, to not see his father, that is a super important person in his life. Yesterday, during the Twitch live, he spoke about him. He spoke about his father. He spoke about the injuries about his father. I believe it's a decision maybe from the father that is an ex-player and an important one in Italian football. Played at Parma, not Parma Serie B, Parma, the Seven Sisters at the time. Played at Fiorentina, again, not the Fiorentina of Vincenzo Italiano, but a real strong Fiorentina. At the time was really strong. Top player, Enrico Chiesa was fantastic. I believe, maybe it's just a choice of, don't mention me, I don't want to be on the foreground of your documentary that is going around you. Could be. Yesterday he spoke about him without me asking 2 days ago. I always think it's yesterday, but because yesterday it was for me a Federico Chiesa day. I had it in my mind since so long. But I believe he really... He spoke about it easily without pushing, like, my father was important for me. He had an injury, he had 2 legs. So it's something that we already know. We went through that, so there is no problem. It's true that, of course, when you are watching it, you are expecting to see his father, and he's not there. But I believe it's a conscious choice of the family saying, you know what, give the foreground to the mother to see another side of the story. Not from another ex-player. I believe, but I can't promise you. Bogdan is going... Where are you going? He's going with the plane. When do you finish the live so I can download and listen on the plane? Let's round up. 5 more minutes. Bogdan, I'm sorry. I can't just quit because Bogdan is going on the plane. But 5 more minutes. Questions from the chat about the game of tomorrow or whatever we want. We'll try to be here back this evening after the Champions League game or with a video about Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain. So off-topic calcio, or we go with a live about whatever you want to. Beppe, please, your FIFA game on Juve scoring 5 goals. I will try. Smash the like button from Mario Mesi. Sandro Falso 9 and Freiburg are not ready. Nobody is ready, even Falso 12. Go full power first half. That's the advice of Trimboli. Surprise Rabiot. Really strange all the moments with the family. His mom, brother, even grandparents, but no father. I'm confused. Well, can be a choice, huh? I haven't seen the morning video yet, but are we getting the 15 points back? Good question. I don't want to spoil too much about the video of this morning. It's a great one, especially the intro. If you didn't yet, guys, go watch the video of this morning. Watch it. Okay, videos. Alive, you know that Alive for me is much easier than the videos. Much easier. Because Alive, we go live. I'm doing the thumbnail, I think a bit, and then we go live. With a video, it's more work. It's a lot more work. I'm going to Rome with work. Grande Bogdan, fantastic. If you have free time, go to the Juventus store in Rome. Guys, it's an assist. Watch the video later, Jesus. It's at the end of the video. If you don't want to watch everything, go to the end. It's an assist. It's not a goal. It's not a victory. It's a beautiful assist. The 50 points. Are we getting them back? A lot more positive, but not a promise. So let's wait. But I gave you some answer. Great live and thank you for the translation. My pleasure. What video? Do you do videos? Have a safe trip, Bogdan. Grande. Well, we are in closing time. Will we see Miretti reintegrated with the team? I believe yes, Vincenzo. I believe. Beppe, you forgot to answer. Could you get a feel on the the last question of David about Cherubini's comments about Chiesa? Yeah. Look, I was watching. I promise you, it's true. I was watching a video with my father, okay, that I made in 2020, something like that, with my father. Let me try to recuperate it, as I really want to show you. Let me try to recuperate it. I believe it's here. No. Here. Look at my face. I asked my father, because it's in Italian, I asked my father, who do you prefer? What do you think will happen in the summer? Mercato. Looks what he's saying. And look at my face. I said Chiesa, and then I go with, are you sure? Do you prefer Chiesa over Orsolini? And he's laughing, okay? Why am I speaking about that? Because 2 years ago, I knew Federico Chiesa, how he was playing at Fiorentina, but never I would have believed that he would have done that great at Juve. I was not a pro Chiesa, I have no problem saying it. Imagine if I was a Mercato director, and this is a conversation with me and Cherubi and Paratici, and we are speaking a normal conversation between us, and he's saying, you know what, Federico Chiesa, I don't know, because looks like Federico Chiesa, he already comes from a rich family, thinking about money can be a problem for us, in the future, asking more. And a normal conversation that you have has been taped and leaked. It's a normal conversation with normal doubts that I believe a sporting director and his assistant or the team, they need to have. I see no problems with it. Of course, when these leaked tapes are leaked and when they are online, available out of context at the disposal of everyone, they start to having a negative, strong impact. What are they trying to do? Because what is the context? What is the reason to put that on available for everyone without context? There is one reason: hurting Juventus even more, because it's out of context and they really know where they have to cut, where they have to stop, where they have to put it online, and when they have to put it online. When they see that Federico Chiesa is starting to be back, when Federico Chiesa is full of power, when he's mentally again starting to be ready, boom, Federico Cherubini is thinking only about money, and you heard Federico Chiesa, you heard Juventus, and then the voice starts. Manipulation of facts to hurt us. And it's always coming from one side, these kind of leaked things at the right moment. Paulo Dybala wants his money. They are doing these recordings, or end of February, 21st of February. When are they leaked? The day before Roma Juve. This is the truth. That video with my father, if it was posted from someone out of context the day before I go live with Federico Chiesa, you watch the video. I said, Federico Chiesa, I prefer Orsolini. Without time frame, without... Boom. Guys, I need to interview him. He will absolutely not be kind with me. Or you will say, what a disgusting guy is this? You see? This is the reality of how they manipulate things out of context. C'est la vie. Was a really great question that I forgot to answer. Let me say thank you to Out-Electuals. 3 months together with us with a beautiful heart. Thank you for your membership renewal. 3 months is a really great achievement. The first one, you can receive it as a gift. You can say, let's try. I want to support Beppe one time. If you do it, try 3 times, guys. It's really beautiful. Thank you. Thank you to Jesus Macias. A lot of people say we remember that video. Of course, everything is there. I never deleted any. I believe one time I deleted something, but I said it also. I will delete it because I was really not. I don't remember why. I think I reacted bad or something, and I was not happy about that. So I deleted it myself, but I believe it's the only one. All the other things are there, but that's how it works with manipulation. I saw the Chiesa video and he speaks English really well. You think he will? No, it's not because you speak English that you go in Premier League. It's not because you go. Guys, it's the same as you would tell me, Beppe. You speak English. I don't know if it's really well. You speak English as well. Will you go and be the streamer of Chelsea because they have money? No. Why? He had the luck to come from a family that already had a bit of money with the father, because the father was a football player, and he was really smart because he has put his son in an American school, and that's why he speaks English. I had no money when I was a kid, but my father and my mother, they decided, when at home they were speaking Sicilian and French, they decided to put me in a Dutch school. It's not American school, but it's a Dutch school, and that helped me a lot in life to be able to speak already since a young age different languages. That's what happened with Federico Chiesa. That's why he's speaking really well English. Maybe tomorrow he can go to Premier League, maybe no, but that has zero correlation with the fact that he's speaking English. You will replace Mark Goldbridge. Ciao! How will I say? Ciao Juventini of the world! Ciao Juventini of the world! My name is Mark Goldbridge. Welcome to United Stand! Glazers out! Oh no! Oh my man! It's not possible! How is it possible? Glazers again! They are again at it! It's not possible? Oh no! Oh, welcome to the United Stands with Mark Goldbridge. Oh, we lost for fucking say 7-0. That's too much. Oh no! Oh, let me go on Twitch. I will play some FIFA. I will be better coach. Oh my man! This is Mark Goldbridge. You know how much I admire Mark Goldbridge. You know that, in my heart. Hey guys. Last question, and then we stop. Otherwise, Bogdan will never be able to download it. I believe it's already too late for Bogdan. McTominay. Look at Bonucci. That I believe, guys. Today Bonucci tried to dribble us a bit. But today Bonucci he showed that he is a Juventino of the world. That is probably subscribed to the channel. Listen to this one. Bonucci, guys.
Buongiorno bianconeri in the world.
Again.
Buongiorno bianconeri in the world. Buongiorno bianconeri in the world.
Buongiorno bianconeri in the world. It's not Juventini in the world, but we are there, guys, I think that someone needs to go on that video on Twitter of Juventus, Italian one, or English, I don't know which it is, and say, Leo, it is Ciao Juventini of the world. Anyway, thank you to all of the people. I hope it's too late for Bogdan. I wanted to say I hope it's not late. We close now. Ciao to Anthony, ciao to Bogdan, ciao to Juventino. Danke sehr zusammen. Ciao RB Com, ciao Michael Rasa, ciao Forza Juve. Ciao ragazzi.